Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be looking at kind of what's going on in Hollywood. We've had a lot of weird things that blind items, weird alleged things. I mean, I've kind of picked up on it a little bit. If you looked at my latest reading on Scooter Braun and his retirement, it looks like the entertainment industry has like a day of reckoning coming, and he's like, I'm getting out of Dodge before that happens. So I wanted to just take a look at what's going on in Hollywood. What the heck? Why is Scooter Braun running? Or I should say, what goes on in Hollywood that has people wanting to distance themselves from this industry, this region, and everything else in between. So with that, let's kind of get into the reading. I just wanted to do that. And yeah, so this reading was requested through the comments. I put it up on a community poll, and people are like, yeah, we want to see this video. So we're doing that. If you want to be involved with kind of what readings are here on the channel, what would you like to see, I highly suggest hitting that subscribe button or just heading over to my community tab and seeing what readings are up for the week, and so you can be a part of that and vote. If you subscribe, you can make sure that you are going to have the community posts and the videos that I do in your feed. So that's an awesome little plus. So without further ado though, really quick disclaimer, all I'm saying here today is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, guys. This is just my opinion, psychic downloads and the such. No truth, no facts here. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So with that out of the way, let's get into this reading. All right, so first things first is, as I was kind of picking up in that Scooter Braun reading, if you guys want to see that, I'm going to have that linked here at the end of the video. So what the heck is this? What the heck is this thing that, what is this day of reckoning? It feels like that's coming. What's kind of coming out? What is coming out here? Point blank, period. We have the Two of Pentacles upright. What's coming out? Two of Pentacles. We have a story coming out. Well, it could go one of two ways. We could either get the story of the downfall of one, or the downfall of the family, is what this feels like. So remember, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So we all know the most recent arrest with Sean P. Diddy Combs that has happened. There's been a lot of speculation. He's had raids on his house. He's had things going down, videos apparently being watched and or leaked and stuff about him. With everything I think going on with him, it feels like the industry as a whole, it's like, and they're still deciding this, and that is, are we going to have the whole industry go down at once? Or are we going to just have a single scapegoat? And then we'll take care of things in a different way for the others. So this is going one of two ways. Either the whole industry feels like it's getting exposed, or we're just taking down one person in the public light, is what this feels like. And it can go either way. Direct influences on this. We have sneaky, shenaniganery, bad, evil sorts of no good thingies with the devil here. When you see the devil, it could be drugs, it can be a weird intimacy, it can be a bunch of bad, evil, no good shit, is what this kind of feels like. And that's the influence here. It's like we got bad doings on in the background, and that is influencing whether or not these things are coming out. Financial influences, the moon. There's a lot of money going behind this right now. Lots and lots of money, lots and lots of secrets, secret money, secret exchanges, secret dealings going on. Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone. So, that's what, when it comes to like what's influencing a lot of this, is like there's still money being exchanged. There's people trying to throw money at this problem on trying to just have one person go down versus having the whole family go down, is what this feels like. But all of them are doing the bad, dirty, do no good shit. Hopes and fears here, the Page of Cups. We can be seen as this quaint, innocent person who's just minding their own business. I'm just doing my own thing over here. I'm innocent in what I'm doing. That's the hope here, is that like I'm not seen as this horrible, no good doer type of thing. I'm just this regular person over here doing my own thing. I'm not involved. I'm separate from everyone else. Like, what do you mean I'm a part of these bad things that are going on in Hollywood? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm just on the beach every day at my beach house doing painting and like my own arts, my own crafts. I'm just honing my own stuff. Like, what do you mean I'm part of these parties or doing things that like everyone else is involved with? No, I'm just sitting over here minding my own damn business. No. Unseen obstacles, though, we have this King of Swords individual that's kind of, I think, screwing it up for everyone. Because like the obstacle here is that we have, and this is like with the stories, whether or not we're getting the full story or we're getting the single story. And this is the King of Swords, and this person is talking. And when I mean talking, they are talking. Whether they are. And with this King of Swords, I'm also getting legal or justice system as well, because it feels like there's someone in a place of power within like the legal or justice type of vibe that is really, really trying to is wanting this all to be let out. And being let out in a very strategic way, in a way that people are able to understand what is going on, understand the significance of what it happened, why it happened, and how we're preventing it in the future. But it's also, this is an individual who's like, I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to push my own agenda. I'm here to push the agenda for the greater good, is what this feels like, especially when it's upright. This is someone who's speaks clearly, has a strong sense of justice, morals, and ethics, and it's like, I'm not letting this shit go. You can throw as much money and secrets and bribes at me that you want, but like this person feels that I think is trying to push, I think they want the full story out, is trying to do this. It's like he can't, like this person can't be moved. Can't be moved at all. Their code of ethics is like too strong. The challenge here, it's the Five of Cups reversed. People are mourning the loss of the old too much, and it's like, hold on here. Yeah, it's mourning. It's mourning. We can't get over the loss. We can't get over what we've lost, what we've built. People don't want their empires to crumble. And in their desire to keep things the way they are going to shoot themselves in the foot. Instead of adapting, they are trying to maintain the status quo, is what this kind of feels like. What is going for them is the Lovers. There are relationships that people believe that they still have. We have relationships. We have ways of connecting with people. If I have enough sway or I have enough connections with people, I'm not going to be, the story won't get out about me. I have love on my side. I have people on my side. My name won't be in it, but I might tangentially be associated, but my name won't be associated with it unless people dig. Okay. In the past, we have the Nine of Wands, which is walking on eggshells, defending oneself, barring the door. So this is something that they've known has been coming for a while. The news is coming, and the shitstorm is on its way. This news, people have known about this, I feel like, for 5 years already. Like, shit's been rolling downhill for like 5 years, it feels like already. Uh, it's like we known this stuff is coming. We've been barring ourselves. We've been trying to prop ourselves up instead of, I don't know, changing our behaviors or, I don't know, stopping said behaviors. Instead, they're like, we're just going to defend ourselves. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing and just hope this goes away and that other people are going to deal with it because, you know what, I don't have the time, money, or energy to do it either. So it's like someone else is kind of like cleaning up my mess. All right, in the future here, we have the Two of Swords. A decision is being made for people. Decision is being made for people, or this is complete indecision. What this really feels like here is people have been indecisive. People haven't moved. They haven't decided if they're on one side or the other, and someone's coming for them, and they have no way of knowing because they can't see. They've decided to blind themselves to what's going on around them. And now people are making last-ditch efforts to get away or distance themselves or do things. So what I'm feeling here is that in relation to why are people kind of trying to distance themselves, what are they running from, what are they trying to not be associated with, it's a decision. And a lot of people have decided, I'm just going to stay right where I'm at, and they're going to get themselves clobbered, is what this feels like. All right. So, next thing, I just want to see if I can connect up with the energy of... So, we already know that this group's doing dirty, bad deeds. Are these dirty, bad deeds organized in some way, shape, or form? Like, are they organized? Like, essentially, is this like a cult, like Charles Manson style cult? Or is it more like, this is a belief system that we have, and now that you're a part of our little club, you're now a part of our little society, secret societies with triangles, because there's a lot of artists that like to put triangles in their music cover art albums. And that's just like, why does everyone do that? Doesn't matter what decade. There's a lot of them. So I just want to see, is there anything kind of organized within this industry? Six of Wands. Yes, we're loud and proud about it. Yep, it's all, yep. So is this like an organized little group or individual? Yes, we're loud and proud about it. We have our philosophy, we have our group, we have our things. We have our beliefs, we have our systems. We have the person. The magician is a very... Think about it as like, yes, there's the priest or the hierophant. However, the magician is the one who holds the power. They are the ones that kind of leads the rituals. They are the front man of almost any organized group. With the Six of Wands, we're loud and proud about it, and we transform people. We transform them. We rebuild them into what we need to do. Yes, we're going to maybe suck some people dry. But once you're in this group, it's like you are now ours to... You are now ours to play with. You are now ours to be a part of and do and have different things. So is this an organized little society group that they have? 100%, and they're pretty loud and proud about it. I would say that there's messages in a lot of media that we consume on a day-to-day. And shit's kind of just hidden in plain sight. Deals, and there's also backroom things. It's all about money at the end of the day. Partnerships, collaborations, and the such. All right. My throat just wants to close up on me. So, okay. Seeing that's an organized religion type of... It's organized society type dealio. How does this society work? Is this society... Uh, just how does it work? Is it more along the lines of like we have, oh, you come to our organizational meeting and we talk about today's dealios, or on today's agenda we have these stories that we want to run, we have these deeds, we have our new initiation membership thing that we're doing at the end of the month, that's being hosted by our chairman of the board, and we highly encourage everyone to come. Drinks and food will be provided, and then everyone will be able to see the new initiates into this month's class. Is it something like that? Are we talking like a fraternity type of situation where we have like new yearly members are coming in, they're vetted, and then once they're vetted, we get to see if they want to stay or not, or if we want to keep them or not, and it's like a highly selective sort of thing? Or is this more like, oh, this is our organization, welcome, here we are, we have all these different things available to you. It's like a country club of sorts, where it's like on Tuesdays we have our golf, and then on Fridays we run an equestrian sports, that you can come and do equestrian sports, and you can come see the game and meet other people, and then on Saturdays we have a nightly mixer at the country club, and then on Sunday morning we run a fundraiser brunch, so you can go to all these different things if you would like. Or is it more like a fraternity where you kind of have to like? So let's just take a look at how this is organized. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. All right. How is this organized? It's a selective process, is what this more feels like. So we have the Ace of Cups reversed, the Three of Swords reversed, and the Queen of Swords reversed. So what this feels like is like you're selected. Are you enough? Do you have enough to give us? Like, you have to give something to get in. You kind of have to be brought in by another member. Like, another member has to select you, but it's not a selection of, oh, this person will be wonderful, like they'll do such a great job. It's like, no, you have to be used, or be able to be used to get in, is what this feels like, especially with this Three of Swords reversed. It's like, we've taken stuff from you before, you've already kind of drank a little bit of the Kool-Aid, and now we're just kind of reeling you in. Like, we've given you a taste of it, and now we're kind of inflating it, or we are wording it in a way that's like, oh, you can get more, you can get more, you can get more. And once you get more, it's actually not getting more. You have to give more to get more, and what you have to give is typically doesn't equate to what you get back, is what this feels like. It's like diminishing returns on your life force, my opinion. And then up here with the Knight of Wands reverse, it's like this is typically done out of really reckless decision making, with the Nine of Cups, because all legit for entertainment purposes only. Ace of Wands is like it's a passionate card with a wand of of an appendage of another person, typically a male, that dangles between legs. What sort of? Because it feels like there's like a, to get initiated in, you gotta do some dumb things. You have to be you can't think. You can't be logical. You kind of have to be a little bit reckless with it. Reckless with videos or people watching or ritualistic type of settings, all alleged entertainment purposes only. And it has a sexual type of nature, is what it kind of feels like. Especially with this Ace of Wands, this person, like, they're in the throes of passion. of kind of getting off is what I'm kind of picking up here. It's like once you've kind of been fed the Kool-Aid, you're in now. You're being taken into these situations that are uncomfortable that you really can't think about. You kind of just have to be a little bit reckless with it, because if you don't, then everything, it's like you're given a taste of success. You're given just a taste. And then once you've been given the taste, they're like, you're hooked on the taste. And then, because it's like, okay, now you can just go to the next level or the next thing that you need to do. And then once you've gotten to that next one, it's like, okay, I'm done now. It's like, no, you aren't. Because if you don't go to the next one, now that you've drank the Kool-Aid, you've got the taint, you are now having to, if you don't, you're then put into ruin. And then you're like, shit, I don't want to go back to here. I want to go back to where I was happy and successful. So you go back in and you do the next thing that's required of you in this group. Because there's the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Swords. Yeah. You're told different things. You have to go through all these initiation things. You see what's coming. Like, you're now told, once you get to like this next level within this group, it's like it feels like levels. So it's like you do one thing, then you're good, and then you gotta do another thing, and then you're good for a bit, and then you gotta do another thing, and then you're good for a bit, and then you gotta do another thing, and it's like you keep upping the ante is what this feels like. And then with the Ten of Swords, like, you know what's coming to you, because now you can see the patterns. You can see what needs. It's not what you see that needs to get done. It's you see what will be done. You see the ugliness that will be essentially put onto you. You will see the backstabbing coming at you. Because they're telling you. They're telling you about the unholy shit that will occur to you, and you're going to it's like you end up liking it because that's how you get off. That's how that's what you learn to like. That's what you learn to do. I'm gonna yep. We're just gonna yep. Okay. Stop. Okay. All right. So once you're in, you got to keep doing things and doing things. You keep upping the ante until you can't not up the ante, because it's like once you get in, you can't get out because either because it's also all about free will and what will you do, what won't you do? When will you stop being the sacrifice and be the sacrificee? And there's the Four of Swords the Four of Wands in the middle of the deck. This is someone in the middle, and you see all these people just looking at essentially the sacrifice in the middle, the food for the taking. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm getting sick. Okay. So my question here, and this is a question I had earlier, and as I was writing down notes, like my brain, like this is what like my guides were kind of like going through, and it's like, okay, so it feels like there's levels to this. Like, how does this work? How does this organization work is what this feels like. Because it's like, there's not just, because it's like, okay, so you have your group of people that all kind of follow, like, we all have similar goals in what we want to do. How do we get them? How do we do this? Like, essentially it feels like a cult, my opinion here. And in this type of, or there's like an underlying sort of vibe or cult or some type of weird, it feels like religious aspect. So in this, I was asking, how does it actually work? Like, how can we akin it? How do we understand what is going on? And the messages that I was getting was, think about it. You know how there are religions in the past that you would see them, and like across the world there are similar themes to them. So look at Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology are the top three that had come to my mind earlier. Even Hinduism. Uh, and if you look at look at those four, but even looking past that to the Mayan culture as well, across the entire world, and what that mythology was like. They had similar gods and goddesses, all that kind of, and they all had very similar types of maybe origin stories or powers or elements that they controlled, or even similar, like they had, some of them had all of them were similar, whether or not those came from like Egyptian mythology kind of morphed or inspired Greek and or Roman mythology. Completely different story, yada yada yada. But as we look across like the different types of religions across the world, we see similarities. And within those similarities, that's what it feels like is this group. This group follows some of those theologies or has entities that kind of follow that same type of pattern, where there's multiple different entities that you can, or that within this group that they can worship or have different relationships with, where they can ask certain entities for fame or money or power or knowledge about certain situations. So it feels like within this industry, there's this subset of it where you can go and once you become a part of this industry or this group or society underneath it, you have access to now names of these entities, you have places of worship for these entities, and they have very similar, like these entities follow very similar structures to how like the Greek pantheon had, or like Norse mythology had. Like they have very very similar structures of what it feels like. And within these structures that they have, think about it how we see every year Hollywood has certain times a year or certain days each year that they hold certain parties, ceremonies. Look at the Grammys, look at the Oscars, look at kind of what goes on around these types of these days. Whether, because what is it? I think, is it the Oscars curse, or is it the Grammys curse? Where it always feels like maybe every few years or every year there always seems to be a passing of a major celebrity or a major person within that's a celebrity or has had success within the industry. Think about that very similarly to how each year within, like even in Christianity, we have Easter on a certain day every year. Same with, these groups have a certain day every year where they have the Grammys big ass party that they got. Because like special events are part of major religion for every year. Like they had months that were dedicated to certain gods or goddesses. They've had days that are dedicated to certain gods or goddesses. When you see monuments or statues, remember how we always see like monuments or statues going up of like the royals over in Great Britain. We have statues, we have monuments. Remember and like there's also, remember all these glass weird monoliths that are kind of being put across all over the world? What's going on with those? So that's also another part of, like, remember within Greek mythology, remember we've seen all these statues of these gods and goddesses, and that's like how people would worship them or show their gratitude. If we look more into like the Mayan and or Aztec mythology, remember they had sacrifices that they made sometimes to these entities. Some people gave wealth or money or materialistic things to give as gifts or to temples for these Greek to these gods or goddesses. The same thing I think is happening in Hollywood. My opinions here, no facts, but like that's how we can look at what I think is going on in Hollywood on the underside. It's look at the past to see what is occurring in the present. That's what I'm feeling. It's not like it's not that oh the elites of the world are celebrating or are like they're worshipers of Zeus. No, they're worshipers of maybe someone similar but under a different name, a different religion. I can't pinpoint which one. It might even be their own made up one. I'm not sure. But that's what it kind of feels like. It's like these groups, like if we look at Greek mythology, there were temples to different gods and goddesses across the entire country. You had people in Athens. You had temples in Athens for certain gods or goddesses, and then like you would go to a different city where they would have the same type of temples for the similar gods and goddesses, but different patrons, or like it would just be a different subset of groups. Think about it in a worldwide context for elites. Maybe you have shrines in we're just speculating and spitballing, but you have shrines in Great Britain for certain gods or goddesses, and then like they worship the same gods or goddesses in like the United States, but there are just different temples here. That's what this feels like. My opinions. It's what I'm getting. Yeah. All alleged entertainment purposes only. Take what you need. Take what you want, leave what you don't. But that's what this kind of feels like when it comes to like the part or aspect of this. And it's like essentially I'm being told like look at the past to understand the present of what's going on. Like, and the thing is that like people have taken this to the extreme because it's like, oh, like people are like, to get more I need to give more, right? It's like people who, so say if you're wealthy and you're like, I need to pay my dues to whatever religious institution I'm a part of, the more money you give, the more you should get back, right? Allegedly entertainment purposes only, but it's also kind of like the law of the universal law. It's like whatever you put out there, you should get back 3 times over. So if you put out negative intentions, you're going to get negative intentions back out 3 times over. If you put out positive intentions, you get positive energy 3 times back. It's universal law. So that's what this kind of feels like here. But the thing is like, okay, so I've given. So now what do you get? So what I'm feeling here, it's like with these beings and because I think they're entities that people that they worship, and when I was going into this, I was also getting the imagery of like we're going into a war field where we're seeing titans at play, titans fighting against titans, and it's just a giant minefield. No place is safe, earth, land, or sky, is what this kind of feels like. It feels like a spiritual warfare even within this own group or faction that it feels like Hollywood or elites are part of. My opinions, no facts here. So my question here is, are these entities, are they unhappy with what is being sacrificed in their names, essentially, or what's being given to them in their names? What I'm going to ask, because that's where this reading is going. Because that's what it feels like. It honestly, what it actually feels like is why we're getting, I feel like a lot of this is because someone crossed the line one too many times, and now universal law is about to come back and destroy the mountain. So again, what are these beings happy with what has been essentially given to them as payment for people to get what the hell they want? King of Pentacles at the center of it. These entities are, we will take money, we will take resources, we will be what you give to us, we will be generous back. We have the power, we have things we are able to do. We are at the seat of our resources. But however, this isn't reversed. They aren't greedy. They aren't selfish. They're like, what you give us, we will give back. It's a fair, equal exchange, is what this feels like. Direct influences on this, though, is that people went too far. It's not even that people went too far. Someone tried to go against them. Someone tried to reach for godhood, in my opinion, here, with the Knight of Swords reversed. This is someone who, it's like, they were shooting their shot, they ran their mouth a little bit too much, they overstepped their boundaries, they overstepped the line, and they made it a problem. Someone made it a problem. Someone tried overstepping where they thought they had the power, the control. They tried going against something that was either meant for them or not meant for them. Financial influences on this is the Hierophant. What they give, they shall receive. Or what you give is what you will get. The Hierophant's a religious card. So it's like come into our great halls. We have resources aplenty. We have things that we can give you. We have people, places, things that they are like. Are these entities inherently evil? No. But the people who are using them are, or have morphed that belief or ideology into something that is. And I think that pisses them off a great deal. It pisses them off a great deal because now it causes infighting within the groups and or factions. Hopes and fears here is the Magician. It's misconstrued. What's being said isn't the truth. This is my used car salesman card, the Magician reversed. This is someone who's abusing their power. So you know how in past, how like some religious figures, think about it as like a cult leader, like Charles Manson. We'll just go with that as an example. Most people know of him. So Charles Manson used his power, his influence, his savvy, his suave, and used it to essentially manipulate a group of people. Same thing feels like it's happening here. Is that there's someone here who's manipulating messages or manipulating information about these entities for their own gain or benefit, and is not actually listening to the true teachings, the true laws. They've misconstrued how things work. They've misconstrued how energy is given, how it is received. That is what this feels like. Things have been misconstrued. Truths aren't being said, and people are fucking up. All alleged, my entertainment purposes only. And this feels more like the leaders of this group are like whoever, whatever, feels like they fucked up. It's the people at the top who fucked up with these entities. Entities are pissed, in my opinion. Unseen obstacles. Here's the Three of Pentacles. It's like there are deals, there are collaborations on the table that some people are coming together to try. Like I said, it feels like with these entities, it's like, we've made deals with you. We've made deals. You guys have not held up your end of the bargain. It's like, you've not only, it's like, we can be generous, we can be kind, we can be benevolent, we can be good, or we can be essentially evil. And someone fucked up and they made a deal that they shouldn't have. Someone made a deal that they could not have. Or that they did, and it was screwed up. It was screwed up. It wasn't done out of free will. You used unwilling participants. You used participants that did not want, that did not, could not. You should not, could not, would not. They fucked up in some sort of ritual is what this feels like. It's like there are rules to be followed, and you didn't follow the rules. You fucked us over. You did one thing and said another. You screwed it up. You went back on our deal. Challenges here is judgment. Judgment day is coming. These entities are not happy, and they're coming for these people. Whoever is involved in this group, no one, even if you might not get involved with the legal or justice system, afterwards you are screwed over. Because this is judgment. Judgment in this case is like there's someone coming in and it's like you've tried doing something, but the day of reckoning has come. The people are coming for you. The entities are coming for you. You have, think about it in the way of the great, you can think about it in like the great flood. It's like, you know it's coming. You can be prepared for it. You can listen to us, or you cannot. But your day of reckoning is coming, whether it be in the flesh and blood or in spirit. Alleged entertainment purposes, only my opinion. What's going for them? They've got some pretty strong walls up. They know what's coming for them. They've barred their doors. They've tried hiding behind their walls. However, they're going to be crushed. But some of them have some pretty good defenses up, whether that be spiritual in nature, financial in nature, physical in nature. But they know it's coming. They've been warned, but it's still coming. In the past, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This has been, like I said, this was an old deal that it felt like has come. You knew about it. You had time to figure it out. These are old, consistent things. Like it feel like it's like a ritual every few years. And it's like, you know what? And it's like, you know what? We forgot to do that ritual. It's like think about it in the state of like every 100 years, the firstborn of the firstborn of the firstborn needs to marry the daughter of the second daughter of the second daughter of the second daughter, and they must have union on this date under the star Orion to make this pact and to keep the harmony within the universe as aligned, and yada yada yada. Think about it in like, that's the type of thing that this was, and it was like you should have hit it, you should have done it, but you missed it. It's like something was missed in this. And then here in the future, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Entities will be like, we still have everything that we want, but you will not. What is done is done. The people who stuck by us. They still worship us. They still have our busts and our heads and the mantles where they are supposed to, and they are good, but the other ones will not be. They'll be fine at the end of the day. The others won't. Okay. That's what this feels like. What did they do wrong? It's someone screwed them over. How did they get screwed over? What did this do? Did like someone just forget to do part of a ritual? Did someone forget to do did someone forget to pay their dues? Well, yeah, what just happened here? Just what happened? And then yeah, what did they do wrong? What did they actually do wrong that caused this whole thing to kind of spiral to where it is now, is what it feels like. This has been like a spiral. Someone screwed up. They knew they screwed up, but they didn't say anything until the last minute, is what this feels like. Also, yeah. Sorry, not sorry. This is taking a very religious type of turn, is what it feels like. And I think this is where I'm tapping into the more spiritual aspect of what's going on with everything. So, all right. Let's take a look here. What was like the cause of this whole shebang that kind of, I think, kickstarted the entities are now mad at their worshippers. The Knight of Pentacles. It has to either be a slow-moving ritual that they screwed up, or I gotta look something up. Just really, really. Oh wait, no, I don't need to look that up. I know this person. Interesting. That was not okay. So that's not them. So there's the Knight of Pentacles. This can be a individual that's kind of like, this is the prodigy, or not a prodigy. This is someone who's like a work in progress. Someone who's the perfect person to kind of take on this next step. This is someone who we like. This is someone who we can see who is invested in us as a group, or like invested in this group and now is kind of like wanting to take it to the next step and do things well, do things right, do things in the way that they're supposed to be. This is a slow moving process with people, or this could be that ritualistic type of thing where it happens every 100 years and then it got screwed up. Direct influences, the Ace of Pentacles. This is a giving of something. Someone was gifted. This could be direct influence. We're giving you something. This was an offer. It was an offer. This is money. This is resources. This was an offer. A person was an offer. Oh, I hope. Yep. The financial influences with this, or I'm gonna say the resources that were given, they did not go where they were supposed to. Eight of Wands upright, it's all about moving forward. Eight of Wands reversed, stagnation. So this, I'm gonna pull more cards. Hopes and fears, unseen obstacles, challenges. Oh, hell. What's going for them in the past, in the future? Brickety frick frack. Okay. Remember, all alleged and for entertainment purposes. Only here, guys. No facts, my opinion, psychic downloads, and the such. So what happened? Why are they so mad? What did these people screw up? There was an individual that they tried giving as a resource. This resource, though, was not given out of free will. This person was not the right type of person. They were... wasn't the right type of person, wasn't the right person, could not give the consent. It was taken, not given, which is against what I think these entities stand for. It must be given. It cannot be taken. It cannot be forced out of someone. The hopes and fear, like the fear here was that this wasn't going to work. People were going to end up not being able to continue forward, going to end up in the ground, 10 feet under. The unseen obstacle is that because it wasn't given out of free will, it warped this person. It warped them into something that no one could see. Because the challenge here was the Nine of Swords. Like, this person wasn't able to kind of continue moving forward. They're now, it feels like they're just paralyzed where they're at. They can't move forward. They can't move forward. They can't move backwards. This paralyzed this person because of whatever the heck was done to them. What's going for this situation is nothing. It was this King of Wands type of person who was trying to do the good of the community, do the best for us, and in the end, they ended up screwing everyone over. This is someone who was in it for themselves, in it for the power. They did it to this young man, in my opinion, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. They screwed with them because here in the past we have the Three of Wands reverse or upright. Hold on just one quick second. All right, back. So in the past here we have the Three of Wands. Looking at this wonderful Three of Wands, you have this individual in the front and then you have this young man in the background who's kind of getting ready to be put under whatever sort of spell, trance sort of thing that we're kind of seeing here. Or they're being prepared for. That's ritualistic in nature, all alleged and entertainment purposes only, guys. And then here in the future we have the Six of Cups. So what has been done can be rectified or will be rectified within whatever this is. And so, okay, my other note here. So I know that people have also been looking at, and this is why I'm intrigued at this Knight of Pentacles, because, all right, I know I'm all over the place. Sorry about that. But so, okay, going back to the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is, you see this dad and his child moving in here in the future. So maybe this person is, whoever this person is like they're trying to move past their past and move into the future where they're happy, successful, they have a life. Seeing the Six of Cups here makes me get drawn to the individual of Justin Bieber? Question mark, all legend. And that's what I'm going to leave it at. Because we know he's having a kid, and we know that there might have been some things with him, Sean P. Diddy Combs, and this such. And that's what I'm going to leave it at and go from there. If you guys like that, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have any questions, let me know there as well. Otherwise, thank you so very much for watching. If you want to see more content like this, I highly suggest subscribing. I have new videos coming out all the time. If you want to be involved with what new videos are coming out, check the community tab. And with that, I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!